What in the world is going on, everyone? I'm Don Ferguson, and welcome to the Teeqlife Cantina Bar for a brand spanking new episode of Something New. Boom. This is what we're trying today. Now, when I go to the store, everybody's heard of Teremana by now. I know you have. We're going to talk about the snobs. We're going to talk about additives. We're going to talk about all that shit. But when I go to the store, everybody's tried the Reposado. Everybody's tried the Blanco. But when I ask store owners, how's this Anejo? I don't know. I have to save the day again like Superman and swoop in and let's do a tasting of Teremana Anejo. This isn't the first time for Duane "The Rock" Johnson's tequila being here in the Teeqlife Bar, because we did do a review on their Reposado before. You know, it is what it is. Just go back and watch that episode. But to just recap one thing, what does Teremana mean? It means earth and spirit. Well, that's what he says, or his team came up with. You know, these celebrities, they got teams. They don't do it themselves. Now, I did see Duane "The Rock" Johnson there in Jalisco at the distillery, so maybe he did create this himself. I don't know. Teremana is a very popular brand. We can't deny that. It's breaking sales records all over the world. I think it's available in the world, but it's at least breaking records here in America. So I felt we had to revisit and try this Anejo because it's been very mysterious. I can't get anybody firsthand to give me their review. And I know that the snobs like to talk about it. They like to put in their 2 cents, but here in the Teeqlife Cantina Bar, we approach everything as the consumer. So we have the consumer in mind. If you're looking for a platform that does all that snobby shit, leave. We will talk about the bottle, but Jesus Christ. Okay, so it's got this wax seal around the top. It's cool. I do like it, like Maker's Mark, you know, and stuff like that. But this one, it seemed a little difficult to take off. So, oh, pop goes the weasel. Look at that. This is an Anejo, people. So we are going to let it breathe. It's been stuck in this bottle for about, is it signed? Is there a lot on it? No, so it's probably been stuck in this bottle for about 400 years. Smash. All right, it's NAM 1613, Delistera Teremana. So there is a distillery for Teremana, or at least they built one. They got their own. So this isn't just some knockoff from another company or anything like that. Like, he is the real deal, people. I don't know about the real deal shit. I'm just saying. I do like Duane Johnson. Love his movies. He's wrestling. I mean, he's just done amazing things. I remember the speech, hearing about it. He had $4 in his pocket. Now he's worth like $400 billion. He's the richest man in the world. He's like Dr. Evil. Yes, it's a big pour. I realize I'm a professional, but what's interesting is I'm not getting a lot of vapors up in the air. We will nose it. We'll talk about the aromas, but let's dig in a little bit more. It's a Highland Agave Sustainable Ultra Premium Tequila. Ultra Premium? Like Clase Azul? Like Grand Mayen? That kind of ultra premium? Whatever. But let's just go on. It is cooked 100% in brick ovens, which is good. There's no, diffusers being used from what I've been, told, what I'm doing my research. It's roasted for 3 days, and the leftover agave, fibers, they use those in the agave fields as a compost. So that's where the sustainable part comes into play. Bottle. Now, it is the famous Teremana shape, which is a lot like, a Weller or something like that, but the label's different. On here, it's gluten-free. I mean, it's appealing. I do like the wax. It just kind of gives it a little, it makes it look real fancy for about $35. Yes, the price point is sweet on this. Maybe as sweet as the tequila. I don't know. The Reposado was pretty damn sweet. We're going to compare. Now, it's got Duane Johnson's stamped signature. This bottle's gonna be worth a ton of fucking money one day. Color, yes, look at that pour, holy shit. So it's actually a light, it looks darker in here because it's reflecting off the label, but when you get it out in your old Rip Van Winkle Distillery Glencairn glass, we all have them, don't we? it's really light. It's a lot lighter than I thought. I mean, it's definitely a hinge darker than the Reposado. The tears are cascading down. It's actually a nice tear. Nice tear curtain there. But yeah, it's really coating the glass. You can see, you know, it's kind of waving at me. So they're coming down. But yeah, it's not a bad color. I am picking up some of that. Oh, I can really pick it up now. So let's just go into the nosing. Picking up a little bit of pepper. I'm definitely picking up some oak, and let's just talk about it. So it is aged in American white oak barrels, whiskey barrels. So they've used these to house whiskey before. When it comes to how long though, I couldn't really determine. I couldn't pinpoint it. There's not a lot of information, even on their website, about how long it's aged. So it's at least 12 months. And from the color, it sounds about right. Let's go back to nosing. Yeah, so I'm picking up some vanilla, some little bit of alcohol vapors, but I'm getting some pepper off there. I'm definitely, you know, picking up sweet tones. It's very, very oak forward. It's kind of like a smoky vanilla. So if it's whiskey barrels, I'm sure they're charred, so you're getting some of that smoke, you know, from it. Now this is twice distilled, 80 proof. They use a deep well water, and it's open tank fermentation. Yeah, I'm getting some dark chocolate now, hints of like cacao, but it's mostly vanilla. There's a lot of vanilla radiating. I'm not picking up any, you know, too much of that roasted agave, if any. So I just think we need to taste. It's been long enough, right? Uno. Am I drinking a tequila or a vanilla shake? So, first one, you coat the palate. And what interesting aftertaste. So what I like about a Glencairn is it does kind of funnel up any aromas, and when you are taking that first sip, it blends to the experience. Everything comes together. So you got the sight, you got the smell, and you got the taste. And first taste, I'm getting a lot of vanilla, a lot of sweet vanilla up front. And then I think on the finish, there was some oak. There was a lot of oak radiating through. So I think we need to go in for number 2 now that we've coated the palate. Yeah, wow, there's a lot. It is very, very vanilla forward. Sweet, not overly sweet. I mean, it is sweet. So if you like a sweet tequila, this could be up your alley. Maybe not, but who knows? But it is definitely like a vanilla cake frosting right up front, getting some oak. Now I'm getting a little bit of caramel. Maybe that's the whiskey actually on the back end. So I think it's a little bit of a whiskey finish, and it kind of leaves an interesting aftertaste mixed with some of that oak. I'm really not getting too much of the roasted agave, but they do say 3 is a charm. So let's do a threesome. It's relatively smooth. I do get a little bit of pepper, you know, that lingers, kind of tingles on your tongue. It's dancing there like Jiminy Cricket in that stupid new Pinocchio movie. But it's very, very vanilla forward. It's really hard to pick up anything. It's almost like it's a vanilla blanket during the holidays. Is that such a thing? I don't know. Vanilla fudge. Vanilla fudge blanket. Yeah, a little bit of pepper. It's just so vanilla forward. It's hard to really search around in there. And I'm not going to do that chew. I'm not going to do the swish or anything like that. But I will do number 4. Yeah, it's like a sweet vanilla. I mean, a little bit of caramel now poking its way through. Hi, I'm here too. But no, really, it's your friend vanilla. A lot of oak, you know, that just kind of lingers, and this interesting dark chocolate kind of whiskey resin that just lingers there. It kind of just like coats your tongue. Very interesting, and just a slight pepper. But for the most part, for the consumers out there, because they want to know, yes, it's pretty smooth. Been about 30 seconds off camera. That pepper is really, like I said, dancing around there. It's like a grasshopper jumping up and down, and it's an okay. So it's won awards. I will say that it's won a ton of awards. Maybe not a ton, but it's won a good fair amount. And for the price point, You know, I've had much worse sippers. I really have. Is it Teeqlife approved? I can't approve it, but like, you know, if you have friends over and you want to get something moderate and they just get so enthralled by the word añejo, because that's what people do. They walk in, where's the añejo? And it could be the shittiest añejo in the world, but they're just like, wow, it's an añejo. That's really good. It's smooth. And it really tastes like shit. Here's buy or nah, or it could be buy or pass. I don't know, whatever we want to do, but buy or nah. You know, if it's a fight night and I'm trying to do something cheap on the down low, it's not a horrible sipper. You know, it's not the worst that I had, and for the price point, it kind of gets over that threshold. So I could see myself one day in the very distant future, like 2052, I'd probably buy it again. My glass has a lot left. It's okay. It's okay. It's, you know, we're gonna slow sip it. We're gonna do a campfire. We're gonna toast some marshmallows that taste a lot like vanilla. That wraps up another episode of Something New here in the Teeqlife Cantina Bar. If you want to see what's coming up on future episodes, social media, see it flashing there. It's not just for fun. It's not for show. If you want to reach out to us and recommend something, or you want your brand right here to get a tasting review, email us. Life's too short to drink bad liquor, people. Choose wisely. I do not drink bad liquor. Look at this. Look at all that wax. You know what? I'm just going to peel it off because I want to. Fuck. Never mind.